What's going on, guys? I want to welcome you back. We got a brand new season of Marvel Snap, and with it, we've got May's Season Pass card in Blink. We're going to review everything you need to know about this 5/7 stat line behemoth that is equipped with a unique ability of swapping out your last played card with a new one of higher cost. You play a 2 cost, it goes up to 3, 4, 5, or 6. You play a 5 cost, it's guaranteed to go to 6 costs. And clearly, we've got a lot of potential here with Blink, but does she deliver? Now, let's go and start out with who is Blink. Now, she's known as Clarice Ferguson, which I don't know about you, but kind of sounds like the name of the employee of the month at your local Home Depot, but that's besides the point. The name Blink, though, comes from the sound that occurs when she opens up portals, which takes us right to her mutant ability. Blink has the ability of teleportation portals, allowing her to instantly transport herself and others across vast distances using pink energy constructs. Usually you can find her equipping a set of energy daggers and javelins as well. Now, as far as her kind of history in Marvel goes, Blink was a part of a group of mutants that were captured by an evil alien race, and kind of fast forwarding a bit, but eventually things go pretty bad, and the immortal, external, and magician Selene resurrects her and told her that the X-Men had betrayed her and convinced Blink to fight against them. Eventually, she's freed from Selene's control, and she kind of is struggling with her past, and she declines Emma Frost's invitation to join the official X-Men. However, Blink's heroic deeds did catch the attention of Cyclops, leading the new mutants to recruit her, and she aided them in thwarting extraterrestrial threats and was given the choice to join either Cyclops or Wolverine's X-Men. And of course, she chose Wolverine. Now, it doesn't take a Marvel Snap genius to know that her ability's pretty crazy, and anytime you can energy cheat out a card early, we know it's going to be a pretty good card. On top of that, you can use a card with low cost and a good on reveal, which we're going to talk about later, and then just replace it with either better stats or an even greater on reveal. Now, with all this, before we go into the synergy, which we're going to do a little bit differently today, let's go and give my first impressions of star rating after playing a good amount of Blink. Now, we're going to start with the competitive tier, and again, this is one of those cards that it'll take probably more than one day or even week to get the true grasp of what she can do in the deck creativity, but I'm going to be giving her a near perfect rating here. I think you can fit her in so many decks. She brings a ton of ceiling, not a huge floor, and most of the time, you're able to work out a deck design that just highlights her energy cheating effect. On top of that, she's equipped with 7 power. She's 5 cost, where you definitely feel like the cost, power, and ability ratio is there. And overall, she's getting a 4.5 for me in the competitive category. Now, as far as the fun category, it's a perfect 5, guys. This one's not hard at all. If you enjoy cards like Lockjaw or even the Casino like Jubilee, you're getting that, but a little bit more guided, as if you have a deck tracker or if you just know the cards in your deck that is cycled in and out. You can, first of all, kind of dictate the card that does come out or have a good shot of doing so. And on top of that, you can reuse cards and their abilities multiple times by sending the card right back into your deck. Multiple Jubilees, multiple Icemen, you name it, she's going to be able to do so. Now, with that, we're moving to the flexible category. Where can she fit into different decks in the overall meta? And I'm giving her, again, a near perfect score here, guys, about a 4-star ranking. I do think you have to have some specific deck design. It's not as restrictive as something like Pixie, but she kind of reminds me of, well, Lockjaw, right? We had those energy cheating decks that ruled the meta for a long time, and you had high cost cards, and then you had low cost activators. And so we're going to kind of go through the list of great activators and good targets here next up. But for now, again, 4-star ranking is what she'll get. And then lastly, we got the adjustment category. Of course, do I think she'll be adjusted? Season pass cards aren't nerfed all that often, and because of that, and just where I feel like she ends up overall, she's really good, but I think she's probably going to stay here. I don't see a power going down on her, and they can't really mess her ability up. So I'm going to give her like a 2-star here, an odds of her getting adjusted. Again, 5 being that she most definitely will get a buff or a nerf. Now, we're definitely going to be talking about some decks today, but when it comes to synergy, I just want to talk about the pure card combos that Blink is going to allow you to have in your deck building. It's really cool, and if we can understand this, it's going to give you agency to build your own decks or just slot in these combos. Now, we have 2 types of cards with Blink, obviously, right? We have the setup cards, the activators, and then the target cards. And I want to split these up into 2 categories. On top of that, you can do on-curve play with Blink, meaning playing a 2, 3, or 4 cost, and then playing Blink at 5 cost. Or you can do the ramp method, and that is by cheating the 5 cost and the 6 cost, which is a whole nother kind of meta that you can do with her. Let's start with the target or the setup cards. And of course, we got to talk about Electro and Wave. Now, both of these are ramp cards. Electro is going to naturally allow you to play the big targets, which we'll get to. Clearly, getting rid of that awful ongoing effect is going to be advantageous. And then Wave on 3, Blink on 4. If you set up your deck correctly, you have really cool potential to just edge out the rest of the game with Energy Cheat. Outside of that, cards that can cheat out cards, and then you can potentially do that again. Jubilee is going to cheat out a card, and then you can blink that, and then Jubilee goes back to your hand. You can cheat out another card and keep doing so, even pairing that up with Lockjaw, natural synergy there. Iron Lad, same thing, right? You can copy maybe Blink's ability or one of the other ones of an on reveal you want to use, and then you put Iron Lad back, and you can get that ability technically like 3 times if it's something like, you know, Brood. Which takes me to the lower cost cards, right? You've got White Widow, you have Grand Master to activate multiple times, Brood and Silver Surfer decks. These are going to be awesome for Blink because the deck designs tend to be a bit more low cost with only a couple of high cost cards. Storm, I think, is really interesting. You can Storm on maybe 4, and then you can simply get that flooding lane win by playing Blink on top of it or in another lane, or swapping that Storm out for another card. So cool abilities that you can kind of pull off with Blink and combos. Obviously, like Ironheart and these kind of cheaper, just good on reveal cards are also going to be advantageous. And then for like the kind of more expensive cards that you would do in a ramp method, absolutely, no question. I love Leech. Clearly just a good ability that has terrible power. You hit the on reveal, you swap it out quite easily. White Tiger, another card could be on curve with Ravonna or off curve. You get the Tiger, you change it to a 6 cost. This is where a lot of people are going to try to utilize, I think, at first, is going from the 5s to the 6s. You have Sandman. You have Jane Foster, who is interesting. She has 9 power, but sometimes you could kind of make it where if you didn't get Odin, you can go ahead and play Jane Foster and then Blink and get the Odin on top of a Hammer lane. Maybe you play the Hammers first, then Blink. There's some interesting things that you can do to swap out the Mjolnirs or swap out cards like Wasp on turn 6, meaning we can play Blink at any time during the match. Kind of go to on reveal, look at the on reveals that you love, and then you can go from there on cost assignment, how realistic one of these are to play. Lastly, Shuri, I think, is actually pretty good, especially if you design your deck according so. Play Shuri on 4, Blink on 5, and then instantly maybe Red Hulk comes out for the Shuri, you double the Blink's power, and then you go into turn 6, probably looking pretty damn good. So a lot of cards here for the setup or activators. Our target list, we're just going to pull up the whole list here. But guys, I think Sarah is going to be one of my favorite ones by far. You got a Sarah Surfer list. Maybe you throw a Brood on there on turn 4. And then on turn 5, you can Blink. Meaning you can get Brood back to your hand, swap that out with a Sarah. You get Blink out there for the extra power. Maybe you didn't draw Sarah, and you have the added benefit of getting her out there for pretty much free. Also, I love Vision. Getting a 4-cost card into Vision is super advantageous. You're going to be able to clearly use Vision on turn 6 and his moving ability. Annihilus, some other strong 5-cost cards that if they're in your deck, your whole deck's kind of based around them to win, and now you can use Blink to ensure that you get them as like as a fail-safe. Clearly, Dr. Doom, Magneto, Leader, these are great on-reveal cards to have swapped out if you can plan ahead. And Odin and Onslaught, cheating these out for free is going to be massive in netting you wins, especially if you set up your locations in your lanes correctly. Death is guaranteed to swap out any of these 6-cost cards, and then clearly Infinite for the raw power. A lot of different target cards that you can aim for, but you don't want to have obviously too many or too few, so that you can kind of target a bit more which ones you're exactly trying to get. Other than that, guys, I think there's going to be deck archetypes that do a bit better with Blink. I think everything will do fine, but things like Patriot, where you're just trying to spread the Brood, the Absorbing Man, get Dr. Doom, maybe a White Tiger build, Ravonna to cheapen these cards, and then you get the on reveal anyway. These are going to be massive. Outside of that, you can also just do things like Surfer, as we talked about before, Ramp, Control List, High Evo. You know, maybe you drew High Evo, you play him on curve for 4, you blink him out and get a much better card like Hulk, She-Hulk, or Red Hulk. Tech cards, clearly you can play tech cards like Shang-Chi and Enchantress and swap them out. There's a lot of gimmicks, and we're going to have to really play with her a ton to figure out what are the best ones. But clearly, loads of synergy. Jubilee, Electro, Ramp methods are my highlight MVPs. But other than that, let's go ahead and jump into the decks. All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the different decks that you should be playing with Blink, especially on day 1. You guys can expect a lot of videos here in the future, as I think there's a lot of archetypes that you can manipulate with her ability the right way to pretty much always get huge profit for her being in the deck. But today, we'll be focusing on the fun cards of going from 5s to 6s and our ramp cards to our 5-cost card. And then, of course, by getting our 5s out early and getting them to Leader, Doctor Doom, and powerful on reveal 6 cost. Now the deck and the way it works is pretty simple, and of course there's a lot of flexibility depending on the cards that you like to play and enjoy. Now right off the bat, guys, you can see we're a little top heavy in cost. You can certainly throw in Nebula if you want to take out one of the higher end options. But what we're trying to do is clearly look for Electro or Wave going into turn 3 and playing down Blink pretty much as soon as freaking possible. Outside of that, we're going to be trying to play Jubilee as well to either summon Blink or cheat out a big card and then play Blink on turn 5 if we did not get a ramp card. And as you can see, the ones that I've selected here, we're going to get profit most of the time from the ramp options. Electro or Wave can only turn into Jubilee, Leech, Vision, Leader, Doom, Odin, Red Hulk, and Magneto. Now, Leech going out early is huge, but probably best saved for the turn 5 play if you can swap it then. Vision is awesome because if we swap out our ramp cards into Vision, we can move him a ton to take advantage there. Or if we pull him out with Jubilee, we can make space and then Odin back onto the Jubilee lane. Clearly, guys, we're going to be looking for Leader, Doctor Doom, and Odin for our 5 to 6 plays. Or just the big stats with Red Hulk and Magneto if things don't go our way with Blink. As with all ramp decks, there's a lot of different win conditions, right? But I think these are going to be the ones that we can most benefit from. You can put in another 5 cost here if you think you have too many 6 costs, because after all, if you Blink for a 6 cost, it's not going to swap out. And that's another reason to play Nebula potentially, is you could play Nebula and Blink both on turn 6 and almost guarantee Nebula getting a huge swing. Now, other cards you could go with here, you could throw in Corvus Glaive and Hela, go the Sandman route. Those 3 are easily able to fit in this package. You could go with other great on reveals. Love Lady Deathstrike here to get rid of Electro and counter the opponent a little bit. You could put out Spider-Woman and go ahead and knock them down a peg and then swap them out for a 6 cost card. And then when it comes to the 6 cost, guys, really anything goes here, right? I mean, just put in the 6 cost that you like the most. But again, I think these ones are going to get the most value swapping into like Leader or Doom, and then we can always Odin back on top. Again, make it your own. Pretty easy play lines here. If you guys want to go different routes and go more power, and maybe you get Scar and She-Hulk in the deck. Again, the Hela side of things, or even ongoing if you don't want to go with the on reveal route. Just loads of ways to play the deck. I want to make sure this video is more concise, so this is the one we're going to focus on today's battles. But again, the next deck we'll be looking at is most likely a Surfer deck and or a couple mid-range decks to utilize Blink. And that's going to be it, guys. That's the synergy. That's the decks. I think she's a pretty damn good card, and I think she's a blast to watch. So we're going to jump into some battles. I'll showcase how I utilize Blink and what I thought about her as a card. Let's jump in. All right, we got Camp Lahai. We have our climbing season awaiting us, and I always love playing right when the game has a brand new season. Just fun. We got Blink in the opening hand too, so definitely not mad there. And we can already look at our first play being Wave into Blink if that's the best one for us. But let's see what this guy ends up playing. He goes Shocker, really good Shocker at that. Look at that. And I guess it's a Patriot because we don't have a. It's not high Evo Shocker, so a little weird there. We're going to play Wave now for sure. We'll go in and contest the lane that they just played in. Got a Patriot Gamer. Love to see it. Patriot Shocker. I haven't seen that in forever. The stuff you see down here. And then we can Blink now if we want to, right? We could play a 5 cost now if we had a an option to do so. Jubilee here, even though we did Wave. Jubilee, cheating out a card, then Blinking's not bad either. But we can always do that next turn if we want to go that route. Wave is guaranteed to go into at least Leech, Odin, Red Hulk, or Magneto. So I think what we'll do is we are going to play. I'm going to go Jubilee here. I kind of want a Jubilee, but we're going to go Blink now, and we're going to play Blink into this left lane. We got Red Hulk. That's definitely one of the better options. They're snapping. They feel great about what they have. We have Leech to slow them down if we want to do that. We also have our Jubilee now. Let's see our options. Killmonger's crazy if we want to go that route. This Vision is an awesome play. It's either do we want to go Vision or Leech. That's kind of what it comes down to. And as far as on reveals go, we could stop Doom. I feel like that's pretty strong, but let's go ahead and just go with Vision here.
It's clobbering time!
All right, good stuff. So we know we're going to win left side, no question, right? Because we're going to be able to They can't play any more cards. We also have the Killmonger play, so we don't have to do anything too complicated here. We're going to simply play Vision and Killmonger together. On top of that, we're going to play that with Jeff. We're going to snap back. And left side's looking good. Right side's looking good. And we should be good to go. If he plays an Ultron in the middle, it will be semi-problematic, but still nothing to be afraid of here. As we clear that, he does play the Ultron. It's going to put a little bit of a fight, but not enough, and we get the win. So very simple Blink play there. Nothing too crazy outside of like what to play and when. Do you want to go with the Jubilee? Kind of depends what you have left in the deck. All right, we've got Chamber here, and we do have Blink. We have Jeff, Odin, and Jubilee. Love that naturally we already have Blink playing after Jubilee, but if we can get a ramp card, we will. Let's go to play Jeff right here on our Shuri's Lab, double the Shark up. And we have an Angela left side. Kamar Taj is insanity with our deck. I mean, we can just fill out Dr. Dooms for everything if we wanted to. But we're going to have more fun than that. Obviously, that's not a hard thing to do, but we're going to go with Jubilee now. And we'll play Jubilee right side. It's going to put 2 cards out, being any of them good options, maybe outside of Electro, obviously, but we don't really care. We're going to play this now, then we're going to play Blink on top of that, probably in the middle, and just reap profit. Would snap, but we want to keep this guy in here. Looks like we're playing a Loki deck, which is going to be interesting because they can get a lot of our good cards here, but we're just having fun. It's the beginning of the season. It's looking good. Let's just hope it's not Electro to follow here. It's not. We got the Red Hulk. This guy's in shambles. We also have Leader to copy 2 lanes if we want to. Double Dr. Dooms is fun, but we got to go with Leech or with Blink, and it's going to go to Leech or Magneto. We love both those options, so let's play her here. We don't want to go Kamar Taj for a lot of reasons. We're going to play into it, but on top of that, I don't think it would do anything. It would just activate once. So Blink is going to change Jubilee into Magneto or Leech. I expect this guy probably just to play Loki, but we'll see. Snow Guard. There's Loki. Is this Quinjet? No, it's Kitty Pryde. All right, so we know he's got the Dr. Doom access. We are going to punish him a bit here and shoot him with that. So now he can use none of the cards he just copied. He's got to be out of here. Leech, that toxic little man doing his job. And then what's cool is because we nuked his entire hand, we are simply going to play Dr. Doom and Profit. I mean, there's not anything else we need to do. We'll put 10 over there, which even if he plays a Jeff, it'll be closer, but not close enough. We'll have 24 mid if he doesn't play mid. So I'm thinking we're going to go with this just for the insurance here, but this should definitely do it. And we're going to hope he plays like Jeff left side, tags up the Angela, but he can't play an on reveal. So no matter what, we're safe from a lot. Oh, they're pushing heavy here. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Doom rules all.
Well, first of all, we're fine because we're going to win the other 2 lanes, but I was not expecting that. But also, Hulk took the right lane, so never mind. We're good on all 3. Man, they went all in right side.
Victory.
I know they didn't have any on reveals, but I thought maybe they'd be putting Jeff left side, but we're good to go. All right, we've got Jubilee, Electro, Jeff, and Blink against Rat with Asgard ready to go. So let's get Jeff out there right away, and we're skipping the first 2 turns. Rat is just slamming the intern button. Dark Dimension and Electro. So we are going to play, for sure, the Electro play into Blink. No question about it. Could go Jubilee, but we already have the ramp options. We have a Hella Gamer, which means we would love to play Leech ASAP. We could go with, like, Jubilee now and then play Blink if we think that'll give us a better chance to Leech. This does have a chance, though, for us to get Leech, and if we win this, we can just get the draw. So we're going to do just that, and hopefully... Oh, boy. What is this? Okay, great. Awesome. Love to see that Ebony Blade's going to slap. Hopefully, Leech here could just end this guy's
Are
Life.
ye worthy?
Nope. Nope. Okay, well, all's good. We do draw. Don't get leeched. Things are going perfectly. Why do you ask? Middle's still okay. There's the leech. There is the leech. Let's go left side with him and nuke this Hella ASAP. That's clearly the 20 power Ebony Blade. We kill the Hella. Unless he top decks it, then I don't know what we do from there. That's for sure. And here we go. So Jubilee pulls down Leader, which copies the card they played this turn, which is insane to win. But they left because of the man, the myth, the legend in Leech, and Blink brought out Odin, which didn't do a lot, but hey, who cares? All right, we have Jeff, Electro, Odin, and Wave to get us started. A little bit of Super Flow. Okay. We're probably, that's crazy. We're able to ramp out so quickly here, guys. So freaking quickly. Let's get Wave out now, I suppose. Wave, they play Nebula. We lose Odin, which is kind of massive. They lose Magneto. As long as they're not playing the Hella version, we're fine. So we love everything going on. I mean, we could play Doom now, but then we kind of hurt our super flow. We could play Magneto now for just pure power. Don't hate that. Probably going to go that route. We don't need priority at the moment. We're just going to play the big stat card for now.
We are the future.
They go Doom, but I'd rather the super flow bonus for now. And we got Blink. Well, we can't do much there, but we are going to play Jeff into Electro right side, and then we can play Blink after that, and then Blink is guaranteed to be a pretty damn good card. So this is, you know, most definitely the play line here. Interesting. That was actually killer because the Doctor Doom can't be swapped out. They have already used Blink. SC is now in Stitches. Left side is taken care of for the most part, except we are going to play Blink. We could go Leader, but we're not going to. We can save that for later. Now, Electro is going to go into either Jubilee, Leech, Vision, or Red Hulk. All of those are good. Clearly, I would say Leech is all but going to kill the guy. He goes Sandman. We do not care. We go Blink. What do we get? It's a Leech. Punishing. And from here, we're looking good to go. We're probably just going to Leader him. We could also Doctor Doom. No matter what, we're fine right there. Right? We take out 5. That's 32. They go up to 27 at best. And then we're just going to play Leader. We're going to do nothing else. We're going to win left just enough. And we should be fine over here on the right side as well. Let's see what he has to play. Nope, they're out of here. Strong, just solid Blink game doing what she does best. All right, there's our Blink. We do not get a 1-cost drop. That's okay. We have our Electro into Blink play, which we've been waiting to do. Nebula Gamer coming out. Bugle is kind of upsetting. We don't want Bugle. We give them so many good options with our deck. That sucks. Let's see what happens, though. Can't stop this Nebula from getting a little bit of power. They have perfect curve with Nebula Jeff. This is not going to be an easy game to win, guys. Oh my god, it's not. All right, let's get Electro out now. We have 2 Magnetos for what it's worth. Sunspot, Sunspot. Beautiful. We're going to have to really plan this one out. Okay, so I like Blink here pretty much no matter what. We'll play Blink right side. And then we have to dedicate our next 2 turns to really doing some big stuff here. We have Vision. That's fine. Definitely that's fine. And then we have our 6 drops. So he can just float a bunch. We'll play Leader last turn in the game. Jubilee is interesting, but not essential. I kind of want to go just Doctor Doom here. And then we'll move Vision. And then probably just go Leader. We could play Red Hulk, then Leader. That's the other option. That might just be better. Just slap on the points. Yeah. That's probably just straight better. It allows us to react to, like, a lot of things he does. Okay, he goes War Machine. We maintain priority. And then I think this is the classic we just played leader. He's going to go Infinite here, but we'll just copy that Infinite. No matter what. Yeah, I think we're fine, right? We gotta play on top of this. Yeah, we're good. We should be completely fine here, unless this guy just does something that I don't foresee. But yeah, I like the odds, man. This is where a leader just covers your bases. If you're up just a little bit, you're pretty much good to go. The Dr. Doom's not a bad play either, and then we can like move the vision or whatever into the middle. That's probably our other play, but we stick with this. We copy the Infinite that I'm sure he played. Nope, it's Dr. Doom.
Rules all.
Even better. And we net ourselves a dub. So good play in there. Kind of a tough one. He was on curve, but Blink gave us the vision, which gave us options and gave us the win. All right, Fred, let's see what you got. We have Leader, Vision, Odin, Wave to kick us off here. And X Mansion alongside Leech. No Blink yet, but we do have a lot of the cards that we kind of need to get things going. Gonna clearly Wave here. Ooh, or we Electro. If we had Blink, I would probably Electro now, but I think... Do I go? Well, he hasn't played a card, so I honestly think we might just play this Electro just so we can... It didn't matter. Never mind. Didn't matter at all. Okay, so he's gonna Wave. X Mansion comes out. Havoc. Oh my god. Well, it's kind of fine because the Electro, they do the same thing. They're snapping. I can't believe we just got Havoc. So Leech is massive. I feel like we kind of have to Odin here. Just so we can play 5 drops at the very least, is my first thought. We could also just play our leader now. Yo, this is so bad. All right, let's go to an Odin on the Electro to get another powered up energy.
Are ye worthy?
Because I think Havoc could just win his own lane left side. Well, that's going to be hard to beat. Okay, so... We have 5. We have 5 energy. That's all we need. We have also Vision, which can beat out this left lane. I think we might be okay here. This is insane. And then we can go Wave into Jeff next game. I know we don't have Blink. Not next game, next turn. I know we don't have Blink, but this is such a fun game to try to win. Sandman, all good. I got Electro Man. All right, Fred. Yeah, look at Havoc go. I mean, what's he? Is he gonna go Doom? I'm okay if he goes Doom. Okay, so if we move this here, we play down Wave, and then Jeff. We would lose to Doom. Right, so I guess we need to play to win to Doom. So we'll go more power on this side just because we get the Havoc bonus. This beats Doom, but let's see what he plays. He plays Doom. Okay.
Rules all.
We're good, guys. We're good. I wanted to do the other route, but I just did not want to lose to a Doom. That would have been bad. We somehow won with a freaking Havoc Electro combo. I know there's no Blink gameplay, but
Victory.
sometimes you got to show how you can get out of the sticky games. That's going to be it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, be sure to subscribe down below. We have a lot of content coming. We have Marvel Rivals, Snap, whatever you might like. We're going to be dipping into it. Anyway, guys, have a good one. Good luck out there in the season. Till the next one, happy snapping.